It's just feedback, that's
Yeah.
it's what we make up with it. What do we assign to it? How do we attach to it? And then how do we create it? How do we know? And then trust it.
Yeah. Even having that forward forward orientation, like Fritz said, because really what's behind really doesn't matter.
Yep.
Anymore. It did once.
That's right.
Because at one time it was present.
Yep.
So doesn't that come down to mastery of the fourth dimension again? Like mastery of time, but not mastery as in manipulating it, mastery as in experiencing the value of it, the quality of it when it's there.
Mm. Mm. Yes, and only in the contrast, only in the difference can we use it to explain. So what would you say normally or majority of people do that's different than that?
Well, most of the time, and I know that this has been my pattern, but I see the same pattern in many others too. Most of the time in my past life, I was trying to escape the moment, trying to escape the situation, or trying to trying to avoid the feeling that was there, instead of it actually embracing it.
Yeah.
So there's a perception that this moment in time, the now, is not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want this moment.
All based on that pre-sense feeling of that past pattern that we keep dragging forward.
Right. Yeah, we keep dragging it forward because we've got we have an attachment to it.
Mhm. Yep, most.
Yeah, there's
I
a
mean,
natural tendency to hold on to things instead of allow them to flow through.
mm, for sure.
And you can't come to a realization that you're doing that unless you come to a complete stop.
Mm,
Society doesn't facilitate complete stops for people.
no, they wouldn't want it.
Not allowed. You're not allowed to come to a complete stop.
Yeah. That's so good. It's avoiding the emotion of the moment because most of it, we don't like it. And so we're unaware of the now by either being in the past or worried about the future. And that doesn't allow what's there. So it drowns out desires, it drowns out the emotions, it drowns out the feelings of what's in front of us right in this moment. And only when you stop and relax. We don't know how to do that. What's the fear of stopping and relaxing?
Say that again.
What's the fear of stopping and relaxing? The fear of stopping and relaxing. Said another way, the fear of allowing the present moment. One, it's an uncomfortable feeling usually. And our tendency in uncomfortable feelings is to get away from them however we can. And if we just took a moment to look at it, we'd realize that it was the same story playing again and again and again.
Yeah. Well, it's the only way. It's the only way you can interrupt the pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now I just got this vision of like the reason behind having a retreat. Like as in facilitating retreats for people. Because basically that's what I've been having since I got away from Salem. I've had a retreat. I've been in a safe place where I have had the freedom to care for myself properly for the first time in my life. And the benefits of that have been phenomenal. Like, I can't even begin to describe the benefits, to be honest, because they've been so many, and they're so broad, and they're so intermingled. And what's interesting is there hasn't really been any agenda, but to have health and vitality, and most importantly, self-worth restored. And we've just passed 7 months since I got here. So it's, I keep having these urges to do something, and it keeps coming back like, nope, you're not done yet. No, you're not. You're not recovered. You're not recovered enough to be pushing forward. So just allow yourself to be pulled. Allow the potential to pull you forward. And that's all, just the potential. Wow, I'm really glad you recorded this. This is like, oh, wow.
That's potential is the same in Fritz's quote, right? You're most proud of what's next. I'm most proud of what's next. That's putting it in the potential. So one of the dimensions, if you will, I was thinking about it, was out there in here. It's one of this.
Yeah, what's important to me about this is just sitting in the potential. Just sitting in the potential and embracing it, embracing the potential. So one of the things I recognize as a superpower that I have is to see potential, to see opportunity, to see and that's in people, that's in situations, that's in
Yeah.
that's in, even see the potential in the energy of Earth itself. One of the statements of creation was, let the earth bring forth. Which is a statement of its potential. Look around you, like, what has the earth brought forth? Like, oh my goodness gracious.
Potential is definitely looking forward.
Oh yeah. It's all about energy that's not in a form yet.
What is, it's what is. Yeah.
Wow. It just gave me something else too. We have the power to bring new energy into the three-dimensional material reality. So one of the laws of energy is that it's conserved. There's no more or no less. So basically it's about redirecting the energy that's there already. It's about giving it a different form, giving the energy a different form.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
Perception. I mean, that comes with perception, that comes with stories, that comes with just changing one thing changes everything.
Well, yeah. And And it also changes location. Because you bring energy into a three-dimensional form, and it's given a location.
Mm.
And oh wow, and once it's here, once it's in the 3D reality, it can change form as well. It might be in a location, but it's never fixed.
Mhm.
It
And
can
if it
still
can-
be, yeah, it can still be formed as something else.
Mhm. Amplified, grown, built upon, or
Oh,
the
yeah.
other way too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's
Expanded.
many ways for it to change. Yeah, many ways for it to change form. So when I was saying, like, we get into groups of three and we notice that there's kind of another entity, an organism that's created. The intention behind creating that organism is creating something that naturally expands itself, that continues to enlarge and grow and etc., which means it's drawing energy into itself by itself.
Momentum.
Yeah. It gathers its own momentum. Yeah. You notice we've never stopped any one of those and given them a location. We've allowed them to stay in motion and expand on their own.
Well, I don't know that. We've never given that a location, or we've never given something that, like the organism is what I mean by that, I think is what you mean.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of the space chart, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
It's just my math mind going at it. A new
Yeah.
one for me today is the Z. I didn't know how to work with the Z axis.
Yeah.
But what came to me today was, it's either out there or it's in here. And that's a huge level of awareness.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing too, you know, we never took any of those organisms and put them in a box.
Nope.
We just let them free range, you know.
Not yet, anyway.
But so many of them have become manifest in so many ways. Like they become manifest in non-physical realms. Yeah, because we honored and respected what showed up. And continue to do so. You know, even days after. Oh, oh, oh my. Oh my. Oh wow. Okay, so you got a creation and it's intangible. It's non-physical. It's still a conception. Still in a conception stage.
Mhm.
Okay. It's not visible in 3D space yet. Okay, what we tend to want to do is to collapse that into 3D form.
Mhm.
We want to stop it. We want to stop it so that we can see it. We want to stop our conception so that we can see it. When I just had this understanding just now that's about I'm the creator and I am already in the 3D. So I'm the one that needs to stop. And allow that creation to stay in motion instead of trying to flip it the other way around. So I'm more powerfully creating when I'm stopped.
Mhm. Relaxed, at
Yeah.
peace.
At peace. And
Flowing.
allowing it, allowing these things to unfold.
Mhm.
So here's this thing. Oh wow. So while I've been in recovery and really antsy to be doing something, I've been more creative, created more stuff while I was supposedly doing nothing than I have in the whole rest of my life put together. Holy crap. That is off the chart. Wow. So to me, recovery is about stillness. It's about stillness. It's about silence. It's about coming to a complete stop. It's about actually allowing. Wow. It's about actually allowing everything to unfold for you, with you, and through you, and as you. It's about being one with creation, being one with creation that is a continuum. It's a oh wow. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, embracing it so that you can be it. You can become it. Become creation. Become. Are you getting any of this, Jesse?
I am, Craig.
Oh my.
Being grounded in the chaos.
Well, yeah. Well, because it appears to be chaos. And well,
Right.
okay. Now you bring up the chaos.
Mhm.
What makes it chaos is the free will. Because none of us know what the heck we're doing, and none of us know the potential that we have.
Mhm.
Oh my.
Mhm.
We're all
We-
running around in the dark.
Mhm. Mm. I
Yeah,
like
you
we
hear those
refer
birds
to.
yelling at me?
Mhm. And that's like I refer to the chaos as like nature around us. All of the creation here is like it's the chaos because we're trying to make sense of it.
Well, and yeah, and while we're trying to make sense of it, we're actually creating it. We're creating the chaos. Because we don't know that we're doing it. Oh my. You know what I've been fighting more than anything else since I burnt out? Like I described before, my whole body shut down. And yeah. And I just fought that. But what I was actually fighting was coming to a complete stop. Oh wow. So I guess the admission of that was pretty significant because I just kind of burped as I said that. Kind of funny.
What did you recover?
Well, the most obvious answer to that question is I recovered my true nature.
Hmm.
And
Good one.
that's an ongoing reality for me. Until I stopped, I didn't have access to that.
Mhm. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So something pretty global is emerging here. Oh boy. You ever heard the term stop the world, I want to get off?
Mhm. I haven't.
Might even have been a country song.
Yeah, that probably sounds like that. Be about right.
It kind of does, doesn't it? But that's a huge need right now.
Mhm.
For a lot of people.
I just drew up the x-axis as time. Y-axis is charge. And the z-axis as direction. And that's the focus. It's our focused. It's our power. Ooh.
Mm.
Potential. Ooh, I like that. It's power.
Mm.
All of those create the genius.
Uh, those create the opportunity for the genius.
Mhm. Potential. It's
Yeah,
all potential.
yeah.
All of that determines the potential. Mm.
Contain the potential.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everything's about energy.
Mhm.
In fact, nothing else exists.
Mhm.
Wrap your head around that one.
Mhm. it's energy awareness, just aware of the energies, deciphering them, pulling them apart. As we label them, our desires, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, habits, behaviors, feedback. It's all energy. We just give it different names because it takes place at different locations,
Right.
with different times, with different charges to them. That is all the chaos. That's the chaos. That's our inner chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. Who can see the paths, the chaos?
Because when you put awareness on
Beginning
it,
to see them. Beginning to see
right?
them. You can't see them until you're stopped.
Mm. That's right.
Huge.
Neutral. Yeah. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah. Well, neutral and stopped,
Yep.
because then you have a point of reference. Until you're
Yeah.
stopped, you have no point of reference.
That's right. And so, like, if you think about that, it's like, what are we stopping?
Stopping ourselves.
Stopping the old patterns. Or really, we're stopping the patterns.
That pattern. The pattern that says you have to be in motion all the time. Like that's quite a compulsion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That pressure to be in motion all the time. To always be doing. You just can't let yourself stop and be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had no idea how significant that stopping is. Turns out to be really foundational. Well, here's another side of that. If you want to explore the void, you pretty much have to stop. And that includes energy stuff that's going on, like brain chatter.
Mhm. Number one.
What's that?
Number one.
Well, yeah, because it's all, yeah, because there can't be any noise. There can't be any energetic noise. And that's an interesting thing about meditation. You ask people why they meditate, and people will say, well, it's to get into a state of relaxation. And I go, okay, so that's good. So what? So what's really the point of that? What's the point of getting into a state of relaxation? And for me, and for you, of course, too, because that's part of the reason why we started doing this every day. Is it's become, maybe that's why it seems to be more valuable and effective than meditation itself, is because we're actually exploring stuff. We're actually exploring the void. We're interacting. We're interacting inside a still space. And and honoring that space, and not going anywhere, but allowing that space to take us somewhere if it wants. Like, holy crap, is that powerful?
Right. And instead of just what one person brings to it, it's what everyone brings to it.
Right. Well, and it's not just those of us who are participating, but there's a lot of there's a lot of intangible involvement at the same time. You know, that I guess is evoked somehow.
It's like bringing meditations to life.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, it is. It is. It's bringing, yeah, it's allowing, it's creating space for life energy to enter the space. And it turns out, yeah, it turns out you need more than one person to do that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's relational. You know, it's the masculine and feminine energy getting together, interacting with each other.
Mm. Which is what we do in life anyway, right?
Well, yeah.
It's practicing life in a safe space. It's rehearsing it.
Yeah, that's an interesting word. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you know that's become really clear to me too. Is like my role. My role here in this lifetime is about procreation. It's about before creation ever happens. It's about preconception. It's about the intention. It's about developing the whole intention behind what the universe wants to create, and being being a portal, being a messenger, being a conduit, being a catalyst for that. You know, and I found other people to do that with,
Mm-hmm.
like you.
Mm-hmm. Potential conductor.
that's a good word too, because that's a word that's used in energy to move energy, right?
Mhm.
Have a conductor. And what's one of the most powerful conductors of electricity? Water.
Water,
Yeah, exactly.
which we are 74 to 77% made of.
Yeah, yeah,
So we
Oh,
are just conscious water.
yeah. You look at my astrology chart, and there's so much water in there, it makes you want to drown.
Mm.
So it's like it's kind of amazing.
Is it
Wow.
time to open this up to others?
Sure. Somebody else show up today?
No. It's just you and me. It's been you and me. Yeah.
Okay, so what did you mean by the question?
Um, Is it time to invite the world in?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So we got to be pretty close to 180 days, don't we?
Let me take a look.
It was November something.
November 7th.
Yeah, November 7th. Yeah, pretty close. Might be 181.
177 days.
Okay. Yeah, close. Wow.
178 days.
So
That was the first one.
yeah, so you asked the question.
What I get is it's conceptual. It's conception. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conceived. It's like, oh, great. It's like, I think we're in agreement that it's, I don't know. I don't want to get into the how.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But I've seen visions of it. Like events. What came to me today though was long-term recovery and facilitating a complete stop for people. But on a smaller scale, and this came to me a couple months ago actually, was the whole thing about exposing people to their own intuition.
Yeah.
And their own creative space like that, their own you know, and having the actual experience of it. Like it's like doing what we do every morning, but you know, a live in-person events where we just practice.
I
You
agree.
know, just spend all weekend just practicing. You know, and then sharing with each other what you've learned. But it absolutely has to be interactive. Like you have to have at least groups of 3, and they have to be exchanging back and forth. You have to have the opportunity to do that. So yeah. You know what kind of astounds me though too is like here we are after 177 days, and there's a lot of people that haven't come back. And that kind of surprises me.
And I laugh and say, yeah, me too. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to make of it.
Well, here's why it kind of dumbfounds me, is because as I do this every day with whoever shows up, but as I do this, my future keeps showing up. And what's interesting to me about that is that when I was in hypnotherapy, I experienced some regressions, which were extremely valuable. And, you know, I guess I could explain that by working with time. You know, working my way around time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was really valuable for me to do that. And so I've been able to kind of take myself backwards, take myself back in time and regress on my own somewhat, you know, and been doing that. But while I was in that therapy, there was one exercise that here's one example. There was she took me back into a space where I was only 4 years old.
Yep.
And that was easy for me. it was easy for me to go back there. And
Mhm.
there's still a lot of stuff in my childhood that's kind of buried,
Mhm.
and I know that. But then one other exercise that we tried to do was about visiting my 90-year-old self,
Mhm.
and I couldn't do that
Mhm.
at the time, and I still struggle with that,
Mhm.
with actually, going into the future, which is really kind of bizarre because I know I have that's part of my psychic and intuitive ability is to foresee the future. But it's really difficult to do that for me,
Mhm.
for me to do it for me. So it's kind of maybe that's part of the reason why these sessions are so powerful for me and are creating recovery for me, is because of that, because of my relationship with the future. And maybe other people don't see this work as being future oriented the way I do, but that's what I appreciate about it. That's what I appreciate most about it. Let's put it that way. Here's another thing about, because for me, recovery is about untangling from everything and then being able to detach from it. And, and the tangles that I've accumulated throughout my life become extremely complex. And, and I know that as I'm recovering from the life I've lived up to this point, a really good way to put it. As I recover from this life up to this point, there's a lot of cosmic intelligence involved in the untangling process for me. And I might not be ready yet to see that future clearly. But I know it's coming.
Mhm. And it's just, they're just blocks. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it could have something to do with with trying to ditch and being sent back. In fact, I'm sure it has a lot to do with that.
Mhm.
And and so it's part of the way that part of what's kind of required to keep me in the program. Because as I engage and as I embrace what's there, what has emerged, my future memory gets better. And I admitted this earlier too. I said that there's still a lot of stuff that's buried, and that's true. Actually. Yeah, a very big part of this is about discovering your true nature and and stepping into who you are and actually being that. So it shouldn't surprise us that would take some time. And that's a huge pattern to bend.
Mhm.
Really.
Part of what it appears to me is that people arrived with what they want.
As in arrived into this life with what they want.
Well, like for those that like haven't come back, yeah, there's some that didn't show up long enough. Yeah, it's fine. There was some that were long enough that it's like, oh, I got what I needed.
Yeah.
People that I coached, right? That I coached 8 sessions at max.
Wow. Yeah.
They didn't need me. They have free access to me.
Wow. Yeah.
They got their structure.
They got their new structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was all they needed.
In all reality, I mean, you could offer coaching for life,
Yeah.
which is what it is in both ways. It's like coaching for life.
Yeah.
Because once you find the wizard's gate, in a sense, right, which is this relaxing, once your intuition, it's like you're on your own,
Well, yeah, you can't.
but you're not alone. But I mean, and nor are you alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And the domain I'm working in is more along the lines of how do you change the trajectory of a whole planet?
One heart at a time.
One heart at a time. Yeah.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
And if you change 6 hearts, is how you've changed the world, because when they change 6, they change 6, they change 6.
Yeah.
It's the rule of 6. And I just made it up as the rule of 6, but that's what they've said, is if you can touch 6 strangers and those 6 strangers touch 6 strangers, yeah,
Yeah.
No, embrace recovery. Addictions, divorce, grief, loss, pain, sadness, depression, overwhelmed, hopelessness. Embrace your future memory. Bring yourself back to life. $10, join a week, an experience equal. No authority, just this structure. Equal, equally genius, free to express yourself without judgment, without no's, tolerating only yes and. Because you are powerful if you want to be. You can have what you want. And you may not know what you want, and that is perfect. So at the end, discover your true nature and purpose and being who you are.
I want some of that. Do you want some of that?
So we do every day, my man.
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing your meditations to life.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
Relax your chaos. Recover your genius, your potential. Embrace your inner chaos.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing and just be. Become potential conductors. Recover your potential.
You are writing this down, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. That's already
Good.
written. Yeah.
Good. Good.
It was my notes for the morning. And it's recorded.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Awesome.
An invitation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such an awesome word. Invitation.
Well, man.
I was just gonna say I'm starting to see futures flash into my awareness here. So it's kind of
Mhm.
it's very interesting where this is going today.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Complete Jesse.
Mm. Thank you, Craig. I look forward to
Thank you. Yeah.
what's next.
It's exactly. This has been an awesome day.
Mhm. Fun creation.
Yep. Preconception.
Mhm. All right, man. Well, have a great day and we'll talk again soon.
Yep. Take the power of this energy with you all day.
Mhm. You
Okay.
too. All right.
Yeah. Big love.